Okay, John Woods for Woodsman. Yes, I'm just about to start studying because I've been on my phone all day and then going into some Facebook stuff and then YouTube stuff, so I'm going to get off my phone for a bit. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the shame-based rhetoric of 12-step groups. This piece is from the, and I really should take the effort to turn on my computer because I have the book downloaded. Now, I heard this guy James Swanwick say that he supports NA in his or AA, the 12-step groups, in their mission to help people stop drinking and taking drugs. But there was a reading, and it was about judging another addict. His desire. You can't judge another person's desire. Why aren't they talking about themselves? It's riddled with all these sweeping generalisations, so that it covers like every fucking avenue. Just give us a second to make a serious video, and it's like they get obsessed with it, and for some people, if that's their culture, they're brought up with it, and it works, and they swear their lives by it. But James Swanwick seems to suggest, and it's also been I noticed that I've known methamphetamine addicted, heroin addicted ladies of leisure, if you will, who have stopped. They've been as low as can be for a few years. They're Buddhist, and quite. I'm not saying they all can stop, but when they swear off, they tend to swear off, and I've seen this on a few occasions, and my wife's brother was he's an absolute mess. He's stopped for 14 years. He's fine. He's not a dry anything. He's a reformed character and a changed human being. He's got absolutely nothing to do with that stuff. So I'll be honest. So the shame-based rhetoric in these groups, people nitpick at each other, yeah, and some people like me come to a point in their lives when nitpicking at each other. You're that, and that's the reason you should do this. What's that about? What does that mean? So it's like you'll have a variety of problems. You'll be suffering with a lot of shame, psychological problems. And when you're met with a load of braggarts, boasting about their exploits and telling you, assuming it's for dog barking, and telling you that how great they are, and they start the meeting by bringing up the CV and talking about their bestsellers and their excellent military record, and you're sitting there thinking, well, I've got shit wrong with my brain. It doesn't appear that I can do that stuff. But then what happened to me, and I was just dysfunctional. It made me have to resort to quite humiliating levels that I don't really want to go into. Not that humiliating, thankfully. I never became a male prostitute or anything like that. Would it have? I don't know. I'd like to think not, but I don't know. No, I don't think I would. but who knows? I suppose if it was at that point, when you're that naive and that insecure, then maybe, who knows? I could have, you're on the streets with no money. You do what you do. And so the shame-based rhetoric and the it confuses people, and the clicks in there are just they'll as I said, I made a heinous crime of ranting on repetitively about my 2 consecutive sponsors. One, he got three grand off me for $3,000 off me for a bogus rehab. It was a fucking scam. It was a fucking con man. Done time in UK prison. And then another con man. He needed money because he didn't have quite enough to live off, and he liked being with women. So he had me working for him for 90 days, which is back, as I say, when I was semi-computer literate. I wish I was now, to be honest. I don't know where to start. Basic Windows Movie Maker, I suppose. But so right, it's can be negative, and for some people, they become dependent on it, and that's fine. They become dependent on it, and they deeply believe in what they're reading and what they're saying, because that, to their mind, has been the truth in their experience. Perhaps, on the other hand, they might just be playing with your mind. So you don't really know somebody. It's like Jordan Peterson made a point about Adolf Hitler, right? And he was like, how was, what was his motive, and was his motive, and you'll give him the benefit of a doubt by assuming that he does sort of, it was a political thing, and whereas, he believed in the cause and blah, 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 blah. But the actual fact is that he could have been just an actual psychopath who wanted to fucking really harm people. You just don't know what motivates other people. You can take a guess, and you can probably see when people are playing games if you're in something resembling your right mind. If you're not, and those places can be dangerous. And what I think would improve 12-step fellowships, the bullying, the gaslighting, the multi-billionaire 12-step treatment centres, but we don't endorse any outside places, but we accept donations, and you get money on your refund, but you don't get money on your refund, do you? You don't get any of the money back you put in the pot. I stopped putting money in the pot after that experience happened. So basically, that's several £1,000s I could have done with that. And the reason I think they used was because I got a small inheritance of my Auntie Edna, and I'm at £15,000 of my own money. I don't need to go over this. I don't need to tell you my personal details. But they saw that I had some way, not worked for money. I wasn't always capable of work. I had dozens and dozens of jobs. There was stuff wrong with my brain, wrong with my physiology. Now, if you go to the world's best rehab, and they check every bit of your body, they'll take your sodium levels, your fucking testosterone levels, and your chance of, and if you go through that system, and you learn get all that self-knowledge, physical, and you still relapse, I don't know. It's like Matthew Perry, but who am I to judge? I don't know what's going on in his mind. For example, I kept going in and out of a mental hospital. I couldn't get off the fucking shit, because every time I tried to get off it, my mind would slip into some degree of psychosis, and my body would start to seizure. I started to vomit profusely. ICU now, and there was no intervention. People knew where I was, they knew my situation. There was no intervention. No one came to my door. No one sent an ambulance. I was dehydrated, walking to the toilet, unable to stand up, banging my head on the floor. I don't know why I'm not covered in more, bang my head more times than Mike Tyson on the floor, falling over, fucked, dehydrated, off drugs, boosh, waking up, I was like, oh fuck, get up John, get up, oh fuck. And, I haven't got as many scars as I should have, and that happened 50 times. If I smashed my head because I couldn't walk, or passed out and just landed on the floor. and you want to pontificate to somebody in that predicament about what desire they have not to be living the way they're living. That's quite disgusting, really, isn't it? So it's like there's a guy, Quackaholics Anonymous, and he's very hardline, and he just believes that. Well, I don't know what he really believes, but he just doesn't really believe in. He basically thinks it causes more harm than good. But I'm starting to intend to believe that myself. As I say, I believe if decent medical professionals, certified medical professionals, severely monitored the meeting to stop the gaslighting, the bullying, the massive gossiping, etc., that confuses people, people who are in and out of psychosis, and they're trying to differentiate the truth from the false, and then they're getting, people talking about you right in front of your face, and telling you, trying to demasculate you and dehumanize you, shame you. And I've tried so hard in my life, and those guys I've tried to do so many things, and if they wanted me to succeed, they could have helped me, they could have helped me, but they didn't. Yeah, I'm not saying there weren't times when I had peaceable conversations and people were nice to me. Many. There were even meetings where I went in and felt very relaxed. But unfortunately, no. That shit ruins people's lives. And some people, and I don't want anybody to leave in because they've heard me, right? I don't want to be culpable for anybody's, if it is working for you, half working for you, maybe you should stay there. I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just relaying my own personal experience. I'm going to upload this on this channel and on my other channel as I see if I can get a bit of momentum going. John Woods for Woodsman, Amper Prow Province, Chiang Mai, peace, love, respect, WOS.